Elijah Hassan Mueed, aka Six Deep the Messenger. I was born and raised in Seattle, Washington. I'm a third-generation Washingtonian. I come from a long line of artistic creators, from singing, painting, writing, you name it. My sister, Naila, aka Nubia, lives in Santa Monica. She also is a creative. She combines her PhD in, if I'm not mistaken, psychology, along with her gifts. We team up periodically to share this message of change with the world. My father and mother, may they rest in peace, were beautiful writers. My mother was a gorgeous singer. My dad was a prolific writer as well as a painter and sculptor. He handed down his knowledge to us. We have been doing this in this area and abroad for many, many years. It is a part of life for us. I would definitely call myself a hip-hop head. Growing up, I used to be involved with a little bit of bopping and doing the little circles, the cipher circles, freestyling. Not too bad at that myself. I'm more of a writer than a freestyler, but I have dabbled in that. Maybe one of these days I'll show somebody a couple of my hip-hop bopping moves. I still got a little taste of that. Growing up in Seattle, just like any other city in America that has black folks, we were immersed in the hip-hop culture. As I became an adult, I got a little older, I became more involved in the actual poetry aspect of it. My mentorship came in the form of people like Gil Scott-Heron, the Last Poets, of course Tupac. Scarface is one of my favorite rappers on earth. Those people with their, not only their delivery, but their voice and the emotion they put into it, as well as the truth-telling, was an inspiration for me. Art it's part of my soul. If I will say it that way, it's part of my soul. I'm in the jungle, hearing the guns coming at me. Where them, where them? Life that I grew up in, ghetto warfare. I really won't get out, but I can't. So growing up as a child, I was homeschooled by my father. A lot of that homeschooling came with a very strict discipline, what some people would call abuse. As I became an older and became a teenager, I of course became rebellious. And in that rebellion, my art was fed. I used to channel my anger, when I channeled my anger correctly, in poetry. Many a story was written without using my father's name. I love my father, I miss my father, but he was a very heavy-handed disciplinarian, and it was responsible for a lot of who I became before I became aware that I was meant to be more. I was a fighter. I loved to fight. If I'm being honest, I still do, but I know better now. I spent many a time in jail because of my fighting. In that, I also had a lot of opportunity to write poetry, to reflect on what was making me angry. And long ways down the line, when I finally woke up and decided that where I was going was nowhere, poetry became my full-time outlet and made what I am today.